Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to take a close look at the Nintendo GameCube once again. Yes, and in my previous video we have spoken of the Nintendo GameCube Omega that basically has HDMI function and a lot of great stuff. But I wanted to focus on this because nowadays we can get ourselves a very easy solution when it comes to playing SD card or using an SD card and playing games on your GameCube. Pretty cool, so let's take a close look at it and what do you need to do to get it working. Okay, so you can buy this PCB, only the PCB, and I would say, yeah, we don't do that simply because you're going to need more than only the PCB. Because what you're going to need is this mod chip. Because sadly we cannot plug and play an SD card in your GameCube serial port and say, hey, we're going to play some games. So you just need to have a GameCube with a mod chip, and it seems to be you're going to get one in a kit. Another thing is that we're going to need an SD card, not the full size SD card, no, we're going to need to use the tiny version, because with this SD card we can use it inside the PCB. And to complete the kit, if you want to have the full kit, you're also going to get yourself a boot disc, yep, because this is what you're going to get with the full complete kit, and this is what you're also going to need. Because with the GameCube you're going to need a boot disc to boot up into the software to use the SD card. Yeah, and you need to be naughty because you're going to need a mod chip inside of your GameCube. But nevertheless, it's a very cheap kit to get, and you just need to get the full kit, or you already have a naughty GameCube with a chip inside. But sometimes you can see you can buy these things for a couple of euros, but it is not good enough because you can just use it like this. So this is just what you're going to get with the kit, and this is basically what you need to do. In my previous video we have spoken of the Nintendo GameCube Omega. I just want to do a quick recap. So this device was more like the ultimate GameCube with HDMI capabilities, but also having an option to play SD cards. So with my GameCube I already have the SD unit installed, but this is going to be in combination with the Wii Key Fusion kit. And the reason why the Wii Key Fusion is also mod chip, but this thing is not damaging your disk drive in the end, because that can be a problem when using a cheaper chip. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do when we already have a chip installed, or you have installed the chip, we're going to use the boot disk because we're going to need to boot up the software and we're going to use the disk for it. Alright. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is very simple. We need to make an ISO file. So I'm going to grab the original games, going to make an ISO, and so we can load it up into the SD card. Okay, with the next step we need to install some files on the SD card. So what we're going to need is a card reader, of course, and we're going to get the SD card. So let's go to the PC and I will show you how it's done. Okay, so when you're done you need to format your card in FATX, or that's the only format that's supported so far I know. Okay, we need to change out the name over here because we're going to test out a PAL game and an other region. Okay, let's copy paste it to my SD card. Okay, so that's the only thing that we need to do. We just throw it into the root folder. If you want to, you can make some extra folders. I don't know if it's going to be any effect, but so far I know if you just drop it in the SD card like this, it will work like a charm. Alright, so a little bit of magic of editing. It's almost done. It takes quite some time to load up even on the USB 3.0. Okay, so we're done. They're on the SD card, so let's take it in the GameCube and let's boot it up. Okay, so when the SD card is ready, we can put it in the adapter over here. We're going to put it in like this. That's the only thing we're going to need to do. And then let's grab ourselves the GameCube and let's see where we need to put it. Okay, so let's remove the cover. You only need to remove this one, but just want to remove both of them for the video. As you can see over here, it says here, this side inside and this side outside. So what you need to do is basically put it in like this. Alright, so this side is facing the outside and this is facing the inside. So this is how it should be. Okay, there's another thing, there's nothing, just more like putting it in position. So next up what we need to do is we're going to close it up again, because this cover is going to keep the SD card and the adapter in position, as you can see over here. Okay, so we can close it up, we can boot it up, and we can load up the games to play. Okay, so the GameCube has been booted up and instantly recognized the games. So I made an ISO of the F-Zero game I'm owning and the Wave Race, and both of them can just be booted up. So let's try to boot up F-Zero GX and let's see how it's running and how are the loading times now. Okay, so the loading times are a little bit faster than with the disc. But I think it's very interesting to see that you can load up the games through this way so easy. I don't have any hiccups, no problems whatsoever. So I think it's just a really great way to play and to keep your original games in good condition. Because you're not going to get anywhere. But you need to take consideration that if you're using a mod chip, the problem is, and it will destroy in the end your disk drive or your laser. It's highly possible, if you're going to do this, that you simply have no way to play the games anymore. Because it needs the boot disk to boot up the games. Alright, so let's try the other region game, because this game was not a PAL game and it does run the game without any problems. But nevertheless, I would not say this is the best option to play with an SD card. Just going to need the boot disk all the freaking time, and if you're having a bad laser, you're just done playing in every single way. But it is more like a very cheap solution, because if you're looking at the Omega, you pay a lot of money for a GameCube. But yeah, take consideration, it's just a cheap method if you want to do a quick play or whatsoever. Yeah, it's a way to play. But if this is going the best way, I don't think so. I want to thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. And consider subscribing, hit the bell to become on the Wicked family. And I will see you in the next video.